Good afternoon, it's CJ Sweat with Alcova Mortgage. It is absolutely hot outside today, just brutal. I think it's 95. I think last I looked at my phone, it said it was going to feel like 103 today, which is just insane. So I hope everybody is staying cool and staying out of the warm weather. I want to talk to you about something that I have seen, the difference between those who are great, those who are good, and those that are not good. I think there's only one thing that really separates us from the results that we want. Just one thing is what it really comes down to. If we solve that one thing, I think all of us would see better results instantly. And I'm speaking to me here too. So, I'm watching last night, and I really don't like to do sports. I love sports, but I don't like to do sports metaphors on here too much. I know there's a lot of you that aren't as into sports as I am, but, just bear with me for a minute. But I'm watching last night the Sixers and the Hawks in the NBA playoffs, and 76ers are just a by far better team. They've got way more talent, yet they lost the series yesterday in 7 games. And if you even watched the game, it was like Atlanta did everything they could to give Philly the win, and Philly still could not get the win. And the only reason is really simple one thing. Philly has had the same issues for years. They've got this guy named Ben Simmons, who's incredibly talented. And let me tell you, Ben Simmons, honestly, he's so gifted, he should be competing at the level of a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan. That's how gifted he is. But he doesn't, because since he was in college, and we're going back, 5-6 years, since he was in college, this guy has always struggled with the same thing, free throws. He cannot hit a free throw. And what it comes down to is, if Ben Simmons would be tremendously better if he did one thing, if he implemented quicker. Years he's had the same problem and he doesn't implement. You guys know I'm in a coaching group, and a couple months ago they had this big thing called the Summit, and there's one coach in there. His name is Josh Sigmund. He is phenomenal. If you met Josh, you may not realize that he's as successful as he is, just because he's a little bit quiet in nature. But this guy is incredibly successful, way more successful than I am right now. And they're talking to him at this conference and about all the things that he had learned and kind of what his plan was. He already had implemented things. The things he was learning at this conference, he already had his team working on it. People were there at the conference doing what they naturally do, take notes, and Josh Sigmund had already sent everything to his team to have them start implementing. That is how quick he implements. And I think the reason why we don't implement as quickly as we should is some of us aren't willing to change, and that's a big problem. Okay, that's a different story. But some of us are willing to change, and the ones who are really winning, the ones who are succeeding, are the ones who are constantly seeking out change, as if they won't survive without it. And I think if we just implement it quicker, I look at some of the things I've done. I'm like, I'll admit, I feel like some of the things that we've done are pretty cool. These videos, for instance, my coach has been on me for months to do videos. Why did it take me so long? I think we have to be willing to implement quicker. When I look at the people who are operating at the top of the game, we can go into, little things, but the big thing they do better than anybody else that's in the same industry as us is they implement ASAP. They don't wait. They don't overthink it. They figure out a way to make it happen, and then they do it. And I think that's what we've got to get better at. So there's your Motivation Monday. Listen, I hope everybody is having a great Monday so far. Looks like the rest of the week the weather is going to be phenomenal. So bear through today. We're going to get through the week. It's going to be great. If there's anything I can do for you guys, let me know. You'll have a great Monday.